Hey everybody, today we're going to make Brown Women Wellness anti-inflammatory gut healing soup. You heard me right, gut healing. Yes, because so many people got digestive issues and you can tell when your gut is out of balance because usually you're going to be fatigued, you're going to have anxiety, your poop is going to be a little strange. We talk about poop around here. And you just don't feel like yourself. And a lot of times it's because your gut is imbalanced because the gut is actually the second brain. And you'd be surprised if you bring that balance of gut together, you will feel totally different. You'll feel better. So today we're going to make a soup and we're going to make the soup very tasty, even though it's going to have a lot of healing properties in it, which we will explain to you each one that we put in. A lot of people go, oh, it's not going to taste good. I promise you. You're going to love it. And at the same time, you're going to heal your gut. Let's talk about why this is a gut healing anti-inflammatory soup. It's all in the ingredients. So we're going to talk about the ingredients for a quick second here. The base of the soup is bone broth. Now I know you guys have heard about bone broth. Yeah, it's been hyped up, but I want to tell you something. Make sure you pick again a good one. A good bone broth. This one was frozen in the frozen section. I like this particular one because the ingredients are clean. There's nothing in here but the collagen from the bone broth. The reason bone broth is so important in healing for the gut is because it contains nutrients and it contains collagen. Collagen is extremely important for the gut. So this is going to be our base. Once we pour this in, we're then going to concentrate on sauteing the onions. You always got to saute onions. We're going to saute a little onions. We're going to add a little pepper to it. These are your red and yellow peppers. And you can't make anything without garlic. And I don't have to explain, you guys probably know why garlic is so good for you. But by the way, I freeze my garlic. The reason it looks like this, because I keep it frozen and I put it in a little ice cube tray, and this is how it comes out. I'll teach you all that trick one day. Then we're gonna add some mushrooms. Yes, this is the mushrooms. We're gonna add some mushrooms in there. Mushrooms do so many things. I don't even know where to start. It's a fungi, but it actually is healing. And of course, we gotta add some quinoa. Yes, it's pronounced quinoa. If you're like me, you probably mispronounced this many times. I used to call this, I don't know, I call it some crazy stuff, but it's quinoa. And this is that blend of brown and black and white. So it doesn't matter. You can use the red, it doesn't matter, but as long as it's quinoa. Then we're gonna do the probiotics. This is just pickled cabbage, but this is good for your stomach because this is actually fermented and it is probiotic. You've heard about probiotics. You need this for your gut to keep the gut balanced. And of course, all I talk about are greens. You gotta always have enough greens in your system. That's your fiber. We have the almighty purple kale. Yep, it's purple, but I don't care which one you get. Green, it doesn't matter. And actually, you can choose any greens that you like. I just happen to use these. I also got some broccoli here. All right. You can use your favorite greens if you like. You want to put collard greens in here? I don't care. Whatever you like. And of course, I'm adding a little zucchini too. A little zucchini, just give it a little flavor, more flavor. And guess what? We are introducing the Brown Women Wellness anti-inflammatory spice. All purpose, no salt. This is the seasoning of life. You can put this on everything. We have turmeric, garlic, cracked fennel, oregano, smoked paprika, cumin together. I mean, it smells fresh. This is gonna make the soup stand out. Remember, there's no salt. However, for you salt fanatics out there, if you wanna add some afterwards, do that. Remember our motto, we spice first, we salt last. We were trained, to salt first and then spice last, but I want you guys to change the way you think now. And I want to spice first, Salt last, because too much salt is just not good for you. That's why so many people running around here with high blood pressure. Last but not least, just a little lemon, a little citrusy. Want to give it a little citrusy flavor. Again, remember the citrus flavor is just going to give it that little added kick. Okay? So, together, these ingredients are going to make up the Brown Women Wellness gut healing anti-inflammatory soup. Y'all know we big on anti-inflammatory around here. We already introduced you to our tea. Now we're going to introduce you to our spice of life. This is going to take you to the next level in terms of getting rid of some of that chronic inflammation that lives in our body, because we're all about getting rid of inflammation so that you guys could be as healthy as you possibly can. So I can't wait to show you how we're going to put all this together. We're going to use our little Dutch oven here. And by the way, for all my Instapot fans out there, if you got an Instapot, you can make this in 20 minutes in the Instapot, okay? I know a lot of people out there use Instapots, and some of you guys are intimidated by it. And one time we'll do a show to show you how easy the Instapot is to use, because it really is easy. We're gonna show you now, we're gonna throw all these ingredients together. First, we're gonna saute our onions, and then we're gonna throw everything into this one little Dutch oven pot here, and in about a half an hour, we'll be ready. So now we're going to start the process. And while I'm doing that, if you notice, I'm not using any oil, none. Why? Oil clogs up your arteries. It's that simple, okay? It's just simple. The seed oils, even olive oil. I know y'all olive oil fans out there. Oh, I'm using olive oil, it's good oil. That's fine. But we're not gonna cook with it. You should be cooking with olive oil anyway. But we're not gonna cook with any oil today. No sugar and no salt. That's what makes this gut healing anti-inflammatory soup what it is. So I'm gonna pour a little of this bone broth in here, just a tiny bit. You hear it sizzling. And then I'm going to take my onions and throw them in here. And now you know, we just do the onions just enough until they wilt just slightly. And so instead of using oil, normally what you guys would do, this would have been oil, but we're using the broth. Guess what? It does the same thing. It's going to cook the onions, and it's going to wilt them up a little bit, and just keep stirring this in. About 2 minutes maybe? Just not that long. It don't take long for onions to wilt, just a little bit. They change colors. They start looking translucent. That's when you know you're ready. And I'm starting to get that translucent look now. Okay. Now I'm going to pour the rest of the bone broth in. So this is my base. And I use the chicken bone broth. You can use whatever bone broth you like. You can also, if you're plant-based, use vegetable broth. Won't give you as much healing properties for the gut as the collagen that's in the bone of the chicken or the beef, but it does work, okay, because you got other things. All right, the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna start adding all of our ingredients in. So we're gonna start with our mushrooms. Pour those mushrooms in. Remember we talked about how good mushrooms are? Mushrooms are awesome. We're gonna pour these peppers in. Remember we had peppers? Next, I'm gonna take the zucchini. And remember, you can use any vegetables you like, as long as they're healthy, green vegetables. Okay? We're gonna take our broccoli. Remember, we had broccoli. Pour a little broccoli in here. This is gonna be so good. Now, this is gonna thicken it up some. Quinoa. We talked about the quinoa. We're gonna throw the quinoa in. It's gonna give us that thickness that we need. Plus, quinoa is good for your gut. We got our garlic. Remember, we had garlic. And listen, you can add as much garlic as you like. If you like me, I love garlic, okay? So sometimes I'm being conservative today, but I probably would have had 3 or 4 of these, just so you know. I don't care, I love garlic. This is your probiotic, your sauerkraut. This is actually nothing but some pickled, fermented cabbage, okay? Good for your gut. And last but not least, well, not quite last, but the last of the vegetables, this is kale. the purple kale. Just gonna throw that over in there because you know it's gonna cook down. It always does. And here it goes, the spice of life. These seasonings, see, this got everything you need. You don't have to go and get individual spices and try to make this taste good because I'm telling you, it's got everything. So we're just gonna sprinkle, I'm gonna put all of it in here because you can't overdo this. You know why? There's no salt in it, okay? Gotta stir it up really good here. Yeah, baby. Smell, I'm telling you, this is gonna be good. And the lemon juice. Lemon just gives it that extra kick and burst, you know? I mean, citrusy. You can't go wrong with this. Little lemon. If you notice, they bring lemon to your table whenever you go out to eat. So lemon is good for everything. Okay, so everything is in here. I want you guys to see this. We're gonna show you what it actually looks like. Yes, look at that. I know you see, oh, everything is mixed all up in there together. Oh, this is gonna be so good. It's gonna cook down. Probably take about maybe 15, 20 minutes. This will be done. Doesn't take long because guess what? We don't wanna overcook this. We have a tendency sometimes, you know what we do. We overcook stuff and you're cooking all the nutrients out. So you just want this all to blend together. Here's another great thing about this soup. It tastes better the next day. After you put it in the refrigerator and everything just kind of blends together, it tastes even better. So we're gonna put our top on here and we're going to let this cook and we'll be back to show you the finished results. Okay, so we've let this cook down, and while I'm cooking it down too, I want a couple of points I want to make to you guys. The mushrooms, you can use practically any kind. The kind that you saw was shiitake, but there are so many varieties of mushrooms, and play with it. Don't be scared. Mushrooms are not going to bite you. Okay, some people think, oh, it's just a mushroom. Actually, it gives it that little meaty flavor, and while it also gives you all these great nutrients that are anti-inflammatory. In addition, for all you meat eaters out there and just feel like you can't have soup without meat, you can add your favorite, I say chicken to it if you like. I'm not a big fan of red meat at all, but I say if you want to add a little chicken flavor, because that was chicken bone broth that we use. So if you want to add some meat to it, that's perfectly fine. It's not going to really take away anything one way or the other. But if you put the chicken in, you really should put the chicken in after you did the onion and saute it some so it'll brown some, and then it'll just cook in with the rest of the soup. I think that we are almost ready to plate this. So I'm gonna take some out here and we're going to put some of this, you see me here? In here, yay, baby, this looks good. You can see the quinoa. If you're not familiar with quinoa, it might scare you because it looks a little bit like little bitty small seeds, but trust me when I tell you, it's so good for you. And the spices that we use, yummy. Makes a huge difference. So, all right. I want you guys to see this. Take a look. This is what it looks like. See the little soupy stuff? Everything is cooked down. It is cooked down. You can't, I mean, it's soup. It's what it's supposed to be. Okay, so we're gonna do a little taste test here. Let's see what it tastes like. Oh my goodness, that's good. Okay, I think you'll like it. Again, but when you're eating this, although it's tasty, but remember, this is what we call intentional eating. Intentional eating. You're eating to heal your gut. So every time you take a bite, that's all you got to think about. I'm healing my gut and it tastes good at the same time. I'm actually impressed. All right, so here we go. This is our gut healing anti-inflammatory soup. We will have this recipe. We actually have an ebook coming out. This part of the bundle. You'll be able to get the tea. We have a new formulation on our tea, by the way. A lot tastier and easier to handle. The spices that we use will also be part of the bundle, and then it'll be in the ebook will be some recipes, all anti-inflammatory. So this will be coming up very soon on our website. Plus, you know, as a bonus, because you guys hung in here with me, the recipe is going to be at the bottom. You'll find the recipe on YouTube. It'll be there for you to just download and try it, because I really want to heal as many guts as we possibly can, because this is the core of what a lot of our issues are in our community. Thank you for watching.